Hello you guys, and welcome to Vlogmas. It is officially day 4 of Vlogmas, and we're immediately getting into Advent time. I don't know which one this is, to be honest. It's one of the ones that are loose, so we'll find out. But we're gonna immediately get into it because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Sunny Angel, Secret Angel, give me something cute. Oh, it's another rainy day, and this is the one I wanted the other day, and I got the kind of ugly red one, but this is the one I wanted because it's pink and green. And that is it for Advent. Me and my mom, we're gonna start up our book Advent again tomorrow, so stay tuned. We're skipping yesterday and today, so. Guys, there has been a murder. I have just reached chapter 7. Sorry guys, all my trash. I have just reached chapter 7 of the book, okay? Told you guys, we took a break. We didn't read for 2 days because my mom didn't feel good. And then we were like, let's just, whatever, it was the whole thing. So, excuse me, I burped. So we decided that we're going to read to page 80 by the end of the day. So in the morning, we can talk about what all we've missed, okay? I updated you guys last time. We met a couple new people, and it was like nothing really happened, to be honest. It was just like, oh no, we have to stay here because it's snowing. And that's really all that happened. That's really all that happened before the 2 days, whatever. Well, in these 2 days of reading, which is 40, 60 pages, I'm pretty sure. Right? We ended off, they have to stay in the house, so they're trying to figure out, like, all that stuff. And she's cooking, she gets to talk with Isaac, gets to learn a little bit more about Isaac and how he was before his wife passed away. And then they're trying to figure out where everyone's gonna sleep. And all of a sudden, they hear knocks on the door. And it's like, who the heck is showing up in the snowstorm at this house? They open the door, and it's 4 Japanese women. I don't know any of the names. I'm gonna have it all on the screen like I have been. So I don't know any of their names. I think one's name is Tina, maybe. I don't know. So there's these 4 Japanese women, and James, I'm pretty sure, just so happens to speak Japanese as well. So he translates for them. Only one of them kind of knows English, but like not really. And so I find out that they got stuck somewhere and they saw this house, so they decided to go. Whatever. Who cares? So now they're staying at the house as well. And then, like literally minutes later, another knock on the door, and it's a couple, B and Liam. And they're an older couple, I think. And they, again, were staying at a house or something. I think, their car broke down. They didn't want to stay in the car, so they saw the house in the distance, and they decided to come to the house, okay? And then we find out that Jody, the main character, who was a cop before, is getting, like, bad vibes from them. She's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my cop senses coming, but I do not like them. I get bad vibes. And she's like, I don't know what it is about them, but something's off. And so they all finally decide to go to bed. And I think someone ends up leaving. Who ended up leaving? I thought they said Debbie ended up leaving, but then Debbie was just in the book, so I think she decided to stay. I don't know, but I have it all written down. I'll try to figure it all out. It's very confusing. There's a lot of people in this book, okay? So if something ever doesn't make sense, it's not because I'm not explaining it. It's probably because I also don't know. So they decide to go to bed finally. Jody is sleeping in a room with her daughter and the dog. And then the other ones don't really matter where they're sleeping. The only other place we know that people are sleeping is I think Isaac is in a room with Lily. And then her mom is in a room with Debbie, I'm pretty sure. So that's like who we know are like together. And then she wakes up in the middle of the night because she has a nightmare. Jody does. She has a nightmare and she decides the best way for her to get over like a nightmare and to like get back to sleep is to go on a walk. So she decides to walk around the house. And while she's up, she hears someone else up as well. And she's like, what is going on? And so she like hides so like they don't catch her because she had a dream about like a ghost. And so she's scared that it's a ghost. But she hears someone go into Trevor's room. And Trevor is like, no, I'm not going to do that. Leave me alone. I said, leave me alone. And then he's like, get out. I don't want you in here anymore. And so Jody's like, what is he talking about? And Jody tries to figure out who goes in the room and she can't figure it out. And then whenever he says, get out, she runs away so that the person leaving doesn't see her. And so the person leaves and all she sees is a shadow of the person. And she knows it's not the guy who plays Santa. She knows it's not him. That's all she knows. And then while she's trying to like follow that person secretly, she runs into some of the Japanese girls. They're up. And I keep saying Japanese because that's literally how she describes these people in the book. She literally, I don't know like any of the names. They just say a couple Japanese girls. So I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Whatever. And so she's like, why are you guys up? And they're like, oh, we wanted to make tea. So they made tea or whatever. And then Jody finally goes back to sleep. And her and her daughter wake up to take out the dog in the morning. It's like 6 a.m. And everyone slowly gets up. And they're wondering, where's Santa? Where's the Santa guy? He's not up yet. And then a couple of the kids also aren't up. And so she sends someone to go look for them. Pippa. She sends Pippa to go look for them. And all of a sudden they hear a scream. And so Jody runs up there. And then Debbie also is like, I don't think you should go up there alone. Because they know someone's dead. Because Pippa's like freaking out. She's like, he's dead, he's dead. And so Debbie and Pippa, Debbie and Jody run up there to Pippa where she's screaming. Jody sees that Pippa has a key in her hand. And I'm just saying that right now. She says Pippa has a key in her hand when she goes there. Okay? So Pippa's freaking out. He's dead, he's dead. And Jody's like, I could do it. Let me go look. I was a police officer. I could handle it. But Debbie was like, I was a nurse. You should not be going up there alone. And so they go. And they find Santa dead. Santa, like I told you guys, was drinking a lot the night before. So at first they think, oh, he's just going to be dead because he drank a lot. But then they smell blood. And so they go in there. And he's like bent over with his face in a pillow. He has feathers all over his face. And there's a huge sword through his freaking back. And like they find like a weird belt tied to like the bedpost, and they're like, what is that? And then there's a whole bunch of pills on the floor that specifically say not to take the pill if you drink it all. So it's like Yeah. And so he has a huge sword through his back, okay? And so I want to say the sword was in a case that has to be unlocked with a key. Okay? And so they find him dead and they're like, what in the world? And that's where we ended off. That is all that happened. And we're at the start of season. We're at the start of chapter 7. We're not at exactly 80 pages. We're a little bit less than 80 because I wanted to start at the chapter, you know. Sorry guys, I'm sick. So that's all that happened. We will cut later in the, no, not in this day. Sorry, next vlogmas. I'll talk with my mom about the book like normal, okay? But we're gonna go back to doing that, I think. So stay tuned for that. But that is all that happened so far, okay? So watch the next vlog if you want to hear me and my mom hypothesize about stuff. And then we'll continue on the book, okay? We're about, I think it's 33% into the book. And it's just now getting good. Actually, I'm not like obsessed with the book, but like at the same time, because I know someone was about to die and I knew it was about to be a murder mystery, I'm into it, even though I'm like not into it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I didn't know someone was about to die and it was like shocking thing to happen, like no one knew reading it that it would happen, I don't think I would continue reading this book. But I knew it was gonna happen, so I'm like interested in it because I'm like paying attention to everything these people were doing. So yeah, guys, also I apologize for my voice, my sniffling. I woke up and my sinuses are clogged, so sorry about that. Real quick, before we end this, because I want to yap about everything, I told you guys I was gonna maybe read New Moon. In that I read a book. Let me find out what it's called again. I think it was called We're Kind of Twisted. And then the second, yeah, Just a Little Bit Twisted by Alessandra Hazard. I finished that book, gave it 3 stars, and then I started the second one in the series. It's like called the Straight Guys Collection. So I read the second one. I finished that as well. Both of them got 3 stars. Like I told you, the first one was the professor and the student, and then, the first one was, and then the second one is that student's friend, and he gets invited by another fellow student to have a threesome with her and her boyfriend. And the boyfriend's apparently straight, but the guy has had a crush on the boyfriend for a while, and so he says yes. We find out that the guy's not so straight, obviously, and then the boyfriend is falling out of love with the girlfriend, and so they're slowly separating from the girl, and then finally Christian, the student, is like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna be a part of this. And then the boyfriend realizes that, oh, I don't want her anymore. I'd rather have him. And so they break up, and he wins back the guy, and they end up together. So there's that. So I finished both of those, and I'm about to start this book. I'm excited. I forgot that I had this book, to be honest. Where is it? It's right here. I forgot that I had this book, because I forgot that she even came out with this book. This is book, let's see if it'll tell me somewhere. Is it book 4? It might be book 4, but there's also a couple novellas. Yeah, okay, this is book 4, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4 novellas as well. I've read every single one of them. So now we're about to start this one, Fucking Strong by Emily Rath. I love these books. Every single book in the series has been so good. I've read all of them multiple times, And so I'm very excited for the new one. And this one just so happens to be an MM, which if you don't know means male and male. So it's a gay romance. So I'm very excited about that. So we're gonna read that. I'm gonna start this at least tonight. I cannot wait for this because she's gonna do it every time. She's gonna do it every single time for me. Okay, I love her books, so I'm very excited to start this. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I told you guys I was gonna start season 3 of Stranger Things. I started it, I watched maybe half an episode, and I just haven't watched it since. So I'm probably gonna do that tonight, maybe, we'll see. It's just so good that I'm like waiting until the right moment to watch it, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. I've got a Starbucks coffee today because I ran out of my coffee, and it's day 3 of us saying that we were gonna go to Walmart, and then we never went. So I got Starbucks and I got Taco Bell. I got the iced white chocolate peppermint mocha. Actually not bad. It's not my favorite though, but it's okay. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel good at all. My sinuses, like I said, but I also think I'm gonna get ear infection. I don't feel good at all. So I apologize that this is mainly a ranting, sitting here talking to you video instead of like me throughout the day. But I really truly did like nothing because like I said, I don't feel good. So I'm sorry about that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway. Thanks for joining me for Vlogmas Day 4. And now I will see you tomorrow at Vlogmas Day 5.